the last player I want to touch on here is Lamine Yamal, who's maybe in the opposite situation, who's came off a very good performances and season with Barcelona. But I think I'm okay in saying he's maybe not been as good at this World Cup for Spain. I think, admittedly, the Spanish side hasn't really got going just yet. They obviously grinded out a result against Portugal on Tuesday morning or Monday night, depending on where you are in the world. But he's only picked up one goal so far in 5 games. And I don't know, Toby, what have you made of Lamine Yamal? And I guess in Spain in general, to me, they don't feel like the same Spain as previous generations. I don't think they have a team full of world class players. Obviously, we all know how good Yamal is, but I feel like he's maybe struggled to get into games so far. But there's still plenty of the World Cup to play, I suppose, and plenty of space for him to perform.
Yeah, I would agree with Mats Hummels, who said on German TV yesterday, Yamal didn't had his best performances so far, but he's on that consistent good level that even if he plays a good game, you sometimes think he's not playing very well. So we are just common to that performances on that high level that he plays a good World Cup for his own. But I also say or agree with you that there's some like flair missing from Spain like we seen before. So maybe it's not that spectacular or not that really outstanding from Spain until now. But yeah, games like against Portugal also show okay the quality is still there to just to win against these teams. And I think then they can also go all the way again, but it's not. I don't think it's not that spectacular as it also was at the Euros
Hmm.
2024. So yeah, Yamal plays good, and yeah, but it's not on his. He's not on this outstanding level as he's shown before. So yeah, maybe he's not like on that level at this World Cup like Haaland or Mbappe, but yeah, maybe we expect too much from him, as we already used to see him shine every game.
Yeah, that's a very fair point. He's still a very young man. Obviously, the users have been discussing his market value as well. One user says Jamal has definitely been shining, and at this age, he's an outstanding player. Despite that, his performances don't warrant his price at the market value cap. 42 goals and assists in 45 games is still an amazing feat, and he deserves to be in the top three most valuable players in the world, though he shouldn't go past 200 million euros just yet. He's an outstanding, influential player on the pitch and can be a difference between a win and a loss or a draw. But he still has a long way to go until he reaches past 200 million euros. So, again, that discussion about whether his market value should continue going up, up, and up. But I kind of maybe want to ask a separate question there, Toby. Do you think there's a risk that maybe his market value could drop if Spain do get knocked out of this tournament in the next round? And as we said, we haven't really seen the very best of him so far. Considering, as you said, his market value obviously rose after that remarkable performance or those remarkable performances at the Euros and for Barcelona, but we haven't really quite seen him get going yet at this World Cup.
At the or in this World Cup update, there are just upgrades, so nobody will get a downgrade. That's also a good time to say it now, but as I didn't before. But I don't see a downgrade for him anytime soon because I think also with the or with his abilities, he will perform quite. Or there are no signs that he will drop in performances for Barcelona after this World Cup. If it happens, then we maybe should have another look on that. But I guess if he's performing quite on his level, then he will stay like that. And we also have to think he will be 19 in 2 weeks or next week. I'm not sure right now. And maybe he will have a Euros as a starter, will a World Cup as a starter, and two championships with with Barcelona. So it's quite unbelievable for him in his age. And I also think we have to keep that in mind every time that we not think as too high about the expectations about him as he already did more than you could expect from a whole career for 90% of every player, and he's still 18. So I'm really looking forward for the next years because when we be honest, then he's quite far above Messi's career at his age. So with 18, we never expected to talk about Messi like we do now, but maybe he's the baby goat and he will go very high in the next years. And maybe in 10, 15 years, we talk about him as we do now with Messi. So I would go as far like that. I've never, it's still the best player I've seen in this age group.
Ye Yeah, absolutely. And of course, we cannot discount the possibility of Spain winning this World Cup by any means, especially when they have a player like Lamine Yamal on their team. So a lot could change. And we could be back here in 1 month's time discussing him potentially breaking that €200 million barrier. We'll see what happens.